There's been a lot of pain in this city over the last 5 years, and there's been a lot of fear. The pain was because we watched an innocent man die. And the fear was because people worried that there would be no justice, that the inequities that have plagued us for generations would simply continue unchecked. But today, for the first time in these long 5 years, the system of justice is working. For the Garner family, and I've spent time with them and I've heard the pain that they have felt. It's been a very long 5 years with no sense of closure, no sense of justice. Until today, the Garner family has been failed by this entire process. And think about what they have gone through. They watched him die, just as we all did. They felt that pain. And then they were told over and over again by the district attorney, by the Department of Justice, that the government would do its job. And they waited, and they waited, and they waited, and nothing happened. And as all this stretched on, it reinforced the suspicion, as one felt by millions, that justice doesn't exist for people who look like Eric Garner. Today, we finally saw a step towards justice and accountability. We saw a process that was actually fair and impartial. And I hope that this will now bring the Garner family a sense of closure and the beginning of some peace. But full justice means that there can never be another tragedy like the one that befell Eric Garner. Full justice is when we never have another death. That is all of our responsibility, and it requires us to change everything. For the last 5 years, our mission has been to fundamentally change the nature of policing in New York City. After the death of Eric Garner, everything was reevaluated. The entire police force was retrained, 36,000 officers retrained to de-escalate conflict, to understand the implicit bias that we all carry with us, to ensure it would not interfere with their duty. The approach to the community is entirely different today. And we had to weed out the distance and the separation that was the norm of the past. And through neighborhood policing, actually create a dynamic where our officers and community members got to know each other as human beings, where people felt they were on the same side working toward a common goal. And we had to change the approach on the ground. Last year, there were 150,000 fewer arrests than 5 years earlier because there were too many times when people were being arrested unnecessarily and too many conflicts that came from it. And this NYPD proved that fewer and fewer people could be arrested and the city could become safer. Safety and fairness must walk hand in hand. And I hoped that today begins the process of restoring some faith and helping people believe that there actually is accountability and fairness. We have a lot more work to do. We'll be at this a long time, but we all have a sense of common mission. There can never be another tragedy like this. This city, this nation should never be put through this agony. We should never lose another innocent man or woman. We should never have people's faith undermined. It's in our power to do something better and to do something different. That is the course we set 5 years ago, and that's the course we will stay on. Few words in Spanish. Hoy, finalmente, vimos un paso hacia la aplicación de justicia. Espero que esta decisión le dé a la familia Garner una sensación de cierre. Trabajaremos para asegurarnos que algo como esto nunca vuelva a suceder. I'm going to take a few questions now, but I want to say up front, and I want to remind everyone, this is an ongoing legal matter. So there's very little I can add to my statement, but I do want to take a few questions. Yes?
Who specifically in the Justice Department told New York City to hold off? Can you name the name?
We'll get you the history, multiple conversations.
Personally read Judge Maldonado's recommendation, and do you agree that he should be fired?
Again, what I'm talking about today is a fair and impartial process has occurred. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for watching this video from NBC4 New York. You can subscribe by tapping the button below me, and on the left you can see our latest updates, investigations, and digital exclusives. We'll see you next time.